game against the higher team that's going to be 50-50. So this game here now has got more importance than probably what it had after that result yesterday.
Umpires for today's clash, Cam Valenti and Riley Nelson are in the field. Ace Gribble and Liam Jennings on the boundary, and Max Dawson and Marty Tompkins will do the goal. So good luck to all them. Which way are you seeing it, Weaver? There's case can definitely made for both these sides. Is that clouds coming in rather rapidly? We talked about a bit of sunshine as we spoke, but it might be a bit of mist before the day's out.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than mist, isn't it? I might have to take the sunnies off shortly, but no, I think Carey Park, they've got a lot to play for. They've actually won a couple of close games lately, so that'll give them some confidence. And I just think, I talked to Jackson Bell a little bit. I only got introduced to him via yourself, Craney, but he's quietly confident, and I think today they just might get over the line. Even though it's at Bunbury's home ground, they just might have enough confidence and positivity out of their last couple of weeks to get over the line today.
They've been playing just about finals footy for the last 5 weeks, haven't they? It wasn't long ago we were starting to put a line through to Carey Park and think they just haven't done enough, but they worked their way back into it. So every game's a final, so that pressure that goes involves, that works for you better, doesn't it?
Oh, for sure. So they just need to put it into 4 quarters today. Bunbury are going to be up and about as well. They've slipped off the radar a little bit in the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, but for me, Carey Park, in a thriller, probably a couple of goals.
Rory O'Brien, going to kick a few. He's been around for a long time, done just about everything in footy, but still loves a snagger.
Yeah, in the last game I did with Carey Park, he was a little bit injured, but he always popped up and put himself in a really good position to kick a couple of goals. But, yeah, he's a star. He knows what he's doing, so he'll get himself in the right position, and I'm sure he'll get a couple today.
And Connor Gadecki, we don't talk much about him, but he's the vice-captain of the Panthers, I think, but he plays pretty well if he comes out onto a wing. He gets a bit hard to handle.
Well, he's got a motor and he's got a good leg on him. So, yeah, the games I've seen, he's played some really good footy and puts in 4 quarters. So I think if they can get him on the wing and get him into some space, he'll definitely be a danger player today.
And I'm surprised you haven't mentioned number 43, Weaver.
I know who you're talking about. I'm just saving myself for the game because every time I mention him, he changes his jumper. But Enrique Aiken-Featherstone, one of my favourites, and Nicholas LaRue as well. So look forward to seeing how those guys go today.
Interesting, Rory O'Brien is heading to the Harvey Norman interchange bench for the Panthers along with Liam Stewart. So they're 2 very experienced personnel heading to that bench.
Yeah, what's interesting, but I'm sure with the rotations in the modern game these days, they won't be on the bench for too long and they'll run through whatever position they come via. So, yeah, it's not a disappointing thing to start on the bench these days because usually within 4 or 5 minutes you're on the ground and amongst the game.
Players are just heading out to position, just seeing where Denham King is going, and it looks like he's heading forward. He is mostly play around the midfield, Weaver, but forward he becomes a handful up there.
Yeah, and I've just seen that Hayden Bush has moved into the midfield as well, so normally plays across half-back. So interesting start. He did move into the midfield against Donnybrook a couple of weeks ago and nearly got him over the line. But, yeah, to start him in there, it's interesting today.
A couple of good kids on the wings here in Jackson. Oliver for Bunbury and Bo DeBiase for the Carey Park Football Club. As we're just about to get underway, very important clash. Bunbury take Carey Park. This is Jesse in Spirit and Nigel Reeves.
The ball in the middle of the ground. Broadbent wins it down and comes over to Busher. Couldn't get a handle on it. In Busher comes once again, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball up right in the middle of the ground. I thought Tyson Wood was a big man, but saddled up against Broadbent. He's given away a couple of inches there. Ball on the far side of the ground. Harry Jones, terrific player for the Panthers. Knocks the ball in his direction. And now it goes over the boundary line through Featherstone. And the ball will be thrown in centre wing, far side of the ground.
So much for our bright sunny conditions, Weaver, because the rain is coming across the ground.
Yep, sunglasses are off.
Hats are on.
Hats are on. The ball's thrown in, far side of the ground. Woods wins the ball down, comes to Featherstone, wheels around onto his right boot. Ball in front of Gadecki there, puts a tackle on. In comes the big fella in Broadbent, just chucks it onto his boot, drives it forward. In front of Lenigan. And the ball goes out of bounds, 50 metres out from the Panthers' goal. So conditions still good here, just a light bit of rain going across the oval.
Bit of D-Mill Scotch mist, Weaver.
Oof. I don't know, the person at the back of the commentary box could say that was, it normally is a little bit heavier than that. Ball's one out in the middle of the ground there. by Jordan McGinlay. Works inside. It's a good-looking kick. Goes over the back. Mulholland's there. In comes Hawks. Gets onto his left boot. Mulholland puts the tackle on. Goes down towards Parsons. He's got front position. Holds the ball in. Got to get it out now. Mulholland just chucks it onto his boot. But the ball is cut off there by, is it Bellini? He drives the ball long. Looking for Parsons once again. Got front position. Had 2 grabs at it. Couldn't take the mark. In a dangerous position here for the Carey Park defence. But it's wrapped up.
He did everything right there, didn't he? Got good position, got front ground, just didn't hold the ball enough.
Yeah, his last 2 or 3 games, he's really started to get his confidence up, Parsons. Now he's doing the ruck work. One out there by the big man in Broadbent. Comes over to the skipper in Bell. He drives it down. Front position was the Bunbury player there in Oliver. It wasn't Oliver. It was Liam Renton. The ball goes out of bounds. So right in front of us here, ball will be thrown up. Early stages, no score yet. Big man, he's a big man. Broadbent wins the ball down.
That's going to be a great battle, actually.
It sure is.
Broadbent
comes over to Lawrence. He picks it up cleanly. Woods couldn't get a handle on it. Over to Oliver. Gets a handball over to Bouchard. It's well tackled. Keeps the ball in play. It goes over to McGinlay. Looking down there for Parsons. Could have been tackled high. Umpire sees it that way, and Baden Parsons will take the free kick. Still too far out from goal. Plays on now. Drives the ball in a dangerous position. Oh, they spoil each other to the Carey Park players. Heisman's there. He wraps up Jai Miles.
Yeah, 2 Carey Park Panthers there together, and one just could have taken an easy mark. The other just thumped it. A bit of lack of talking. Taking both sides a bit of a time to settle down, Weaver.
20 metres out from Bunbury's goal. Big man Broadbent gets the ball down, and fortuitously lands in the arms of Harry Jones, still inside defensive 50. He's got a player wide if he wants him, and that's Jamie Mead. So just outside defensive 50, no scorers yet. Both teams just feeling each other out. Mead on the far side of the ground. Goes that way. It's a bad kick, and it's gone out of bounds on the full.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there even.
So Zanic will bring the ball back into play. He drives the ball long, asking a fair bit there. Over the top comes Broadbent. Ball still in play, far side of the ground comes to Bell.
Very scraggy, scrambly start by both the sides. As you said, feeling each other out is a very important game of footy, a very important 4 points.
Probably a little bit nervous. It's a mini final, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I know Bunbury is in the top 5, but Carey Park want to get in there. Woods comes over the top, wins the ball down, and comes back to Woods. Carey Park have the numbers. It's a terrific tackle in the middle of the ground. Wouldn't have been my man, Featherstone.
We need to look for a Bunbury Mower Service tackle of the day too.
He's put his name forward so far. That was on Trayfield. Woods wins it to Busher, puts it down looking for Parsons. Been lively early. Ball still in play. Now it's pushed over the boundary line. Just inside forward 50 for Bunbury.
Both Parsons and Wood are presenting nicely.
Yeah, I like
for
Parsons'
Bunbury.
attack on the footy. He's a big kid.
As a small, you need to get around the feet of these fellas though.
Ball thrown in. Favours Wood. He gets Broadbent out of the way. Goes to Busher. He just chucks it onto his left boot. I don't think that's gone the full journey. Spoil comes down. Here's Lawrence. Tries to soccer the ball down. They're all trying to soccer it. Featherstone tries to soccer. It's going nowhere. It comes back inside 50 once again. The ball's wrapped up in the middle of the ground. That was Rigby. And be thrown up just inside forward 50, Bunbury's way. Broadbent this time gets the ball down. Comes to Rigby. Over to field. Chucks it onto his left boot. In front. It's Hawks.
That's where you need to be, in front, wasn't it? A bit of an errant kick, just banged onto the boot. Hawks was in the right spot at the right time. Did a nice bit of body work just to get his hips into that defender. And he'll have the first shot for goal in this game.
Beautiful left hook kick. It's Mason Hawks. Just got himself in front. The ball landed short. He's going to kick from 40 metres out directly in front. Bright orange boots. In he comes now, Hawks. Deliberate shot on goal. Umpire doesn't move 1 inch and it goes straight over his hat. The opening goal goes the way of the Bunbury side. 1 goal neat 6, courtesy of a beautiful kick from Mason Hawks. And they're on the board.
That's on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. over there, and that was a brilliant kick. You nailed that, Weaver, when you just said he is a magnificent kick of the footy, and that is the way you do it. Pretty lucky to be on the end of that one, and it worked out well in what has been a pretty scrabbly sort of scrambly start where players haven't really got space or be able to move, but he did that nicely, and Bunbury would be pretty happy with that one.
Oh, for sure. That he's a beautiful field kick of the footy, Mason Hawks, but he just front position still holds sway in the modern game. And he got himself in front, and from 40 metres out, he made no mistake. The ball back in the middle of the ground. Up goes a big man, Broadbent, took his eye off the ball, and Tyson Wood will be the free kick recipient in the middle of the ground.
That's going to have a big bearing too, isn't it, on the game?
And it's what Wood can do around the ground, I think it's going to make the difference. He drives the ball long, jostling for front position. It's good spoil there by Mulholland. Far side of the ground, it comes to Heisman. He snaps in front of goal. Best position is Ritchie, and he takes a mark 20 metres out, defensive side. Goes short and finds Brown. Geez, I like the orange boots at Carey Park team. He goes short, looking for Featherstone. Made it look harder than it was. Gets a handball out. Goes right in front of the commentary box. Miles drops what he should have taken. Now Bunbury in play with numbers. The handball there from Jesse Kerwin misses his target in Hamish Hall, and it goes out of bounds. Centre wing, right in front of the commentary box here. Opening goal of this term. 1 goal neat to Bunbury with Carey Park yet to score. Only been up there in once. Woods gets front position, wins the ball down, and once again it goes over the boundary line. Helped over there by Jamie Mead for the Panthers.
Keep an eye on that ruck duel, Wood and Broadbent. It's already started off to be crucial.
In it comes once again. Wins it down, it comes to O'Brien, but he's wrapped up straight away. And the umpire will come in and throw the ball up. Centre wing. In they go again. Woods gets Broadbent out of the way, knocks it down to Mead. Mead's been taken high for the Panthers, and he wins a free kick, centre wing. Busher standing the mark. Drives the ball long, but it's spoiled over the boundary line.
That's all right. I'll take over for you and Weaver. We just got an update. We didn't know quite who number 12 was, but it's Tanner Reid for the Panthers.
We've got it now. The ball will be thrown in about 70 metres out from the Panthers' goal. Wood gets front position, wins it down once again. In they come. Great tackle there by Jackson Hill. And the umpire will come in and throw the ball up once again. Just outside 50. Panthers haven't scored yet. 1 goal straight to the home side. Comes down there towards Caden Parsons. And they come in once again. And it's like Groundhog Day as Liam Stewart picks himself up off the ground. Ball's thrown up. This time Broadbeck gets front position. Knocks it down to Mead. It comes back to Wood. He gets a handball over to the goal kicker in Hawks. He drives it long. Parsons in best position.
Ooh.
Takes a great overhead mark.
Got room to go too.
He plays on now. He's got players running for him. He's asked a fair bit there of Munro. He actually got the distance there.
He tried to get the
50.
distance. He tried to get the bounce on that too. There was no one in the square. He just went for a bit of a ping at it. But I like the way he's attacking the ball. As you said, young Parsons.
He's been good in the opening 4 or 5 minutes of this first quarter. Really give him a focal point. The ball to be brought back in by Russell. Comes out of the square now, being told to play on. He's going to drive it long right in front of the commentary box. One grab from Zanic, probably should have taken that mark. Picks it up now, just chucks it onto his boot into a nest of Carey Park players, and one of them is a skipper in Bell.
He reads the ball extremely well. Does Bell? He's already taken a couple of intercepting marks.
Misses his kick there to Hill, but Hill receives the free kick. Gets the handball over to Gadecki. Our man handballs back to Jackson Bell. Mucking around with it a bit here, the Panthers. Goes in short and finds Mulholland just outside defensive 50. Player in the middle of the ground is Lawrence. He gets a handball over, puts his teammate under pressure. That was Stewart, but he picks it up now. Goes over to Mead. Mead gets it over to Jones. They're away here. Brian Hughes is going to have a shot on goal from 50. And it just goes through for a minor score.
That was the best Gen X engineering teamwork we've seen from either side. The Panthers ran that ball very well, just couldn't finish off.
Couple of little fiddly possessions down inside defensive 50, but they found an out. Jones to Mead, and Mead from outside 50 got the journey easily. Ball's brought back into play. Looking there for Johnson, but it's spoiled over the boundary.
Just an update on them umpires, thanks to Kevin Littleton. Talon Guthrie, Guy Scota and Cam Valenti are the umpires for today's game. Thanks, Kev.
So let's hope we don't have to talk about them too much. They've done a terrific job so far, opening 5 or 6 minutes of this first quarter. Ball's thrown back in once again, about 70 metres out from Carey Park's goal. Woods wins it down, it comes back to him. A short kick has been marked by the defence. Bunbury's got Busher running behind him if he wants him. Decides to go long straight down the wing looking for that man. Parsons once again gets front position, drops what he should have taken. In they come is Payne, and he's wrapped up by Hawks, and the ball will be thrown up centre wing.
Yeah, young Parsons, at least he's getting his hands to the footy. Weaver hasn't been able to grasp a couple yet, but he's getting in good position.
Probably used to having a bit more pressure. He's been on his own a bit. Ball's one down there by Brown. He just chucks it onto his boot, and it's cut off by Kerwin at half-back. He goes inside and finds Busher. Has a player running past him in Zanic. He's got players in the middle of the ground if he wants them. Decides to go wide now.
It's not the best kick.
Puts his teammate under pressure, but he's got time. That was Perks. He's mucking around with a bit on the far side of the ground. Now they've got some space. Goes down the far side of the ground as well, centre wing. And the mark has been taken there by Munro for the Bulldogs. So still 2 kicks out from goal. Munro plays on now, gets around the man on the mark with ease. Busher drops what he should have taken, but recovers in front of Gadecki. Drives the ball long, looking for that man. Parsons again, gets his hands on it. At the front they have the numbers there, Carey Park. And that was Mitchell Russell. In they come once again. And Bell, it's not Bell. Free kick comes in and it goes to Broadbent, still inside defensive 50. He goes wide and this time he finds Bell. Bell plays on straight away, right in front of the commentary box, looking for O'Brien. O'Brien gets the bounce that he wanted. Boundary could be the winner here. Mead gets his player out of the way with these. In comes Field and could have taken Mead high. And the umpire sees it that way, and Jamie Mead will take the relieving free kick.
There's 50 again. Gee, when a game's like this, you've got to stay disciplined. It's too hard to a game to gain ground rather than just to let your opponent chuck his footy under his arm and go 50 metres. This will give him a shot for goal, well within range for the Carey Park.
Just a little bit undisciplined there from Field. He come in hard, that's the way he plays. Just didn't give the ball back properly to Mead. Mead's been good in the last 4 or 5 minutes, and he'll have a shot on goal. Slight angle from about 40 metres out for Carey Park's first. In he comes now. It's a terrific kick on goal. Umpire had to work a little bit, but Mead makes no mistake. And Carey Park get there first, courtesy of a 50-metre penalty.
And we only just spoke about that 50-metre penalties in games as tight as it hasn't been a pretty start by any means. It's been a lot of sort of messing around, fumbling around, but to give 50 away like that and to give a goal away is a bit of a no-no. The coach wouldn't be very happy with that whatsoever.
And for all his effort, Mead comes off to have a quick rest. He's been good.
That's what happens when you kick a goal, Weaver. You come off.
Well, that's why I stayed on all the time, I think. I never kicked any. But goals are going to be a premium today. They've really had to work hard, and courtesy of a 50-metre penalty, Carey Park get there first. The ball's back in the middle once again. No Ruckman wins a clear knockdown. It comes over to Munro. Gets a handball over to the skipper and King. Umpire's seen a free kick. And it'll go the way of Munro in the middle of the ground. So just a little bit of undisciplined stuff happening out there. Munro will come right in front of the commentary box and he'll find Zanic. Been good so far, Zanic. Goes down looking for the skipper, and King takes a strong contested mark in front of Gadecki. Still too far out to score. 2 kicks, he drives it inside. He's going to look for Parsons once again. Over the top came the Carey Park defence. Could be in trouble now. It's about 20 metres out from goal. The umpire will come in and throw the ball up.
We're looking for a rising star thanks to Garage Doors Southwest. And young Parsons is putting his hand up. Just needs to grab hold of a few for Bunbury.
I think if he keeps going for them, they'll stick.
I think that's just a matter of time, isn't it?
As Russell's wrapped up in the middle of the ground. Well, not the middle of the ground. About 35 metres out from Bunbury's goal. This time Broadbent wins the ball down. It comes over to McGinlay. He tries to snap onto his left foot. Misses the ball completely and it goes out of bounds. It'll be thrown in, this time about 35 metres out from Bunbury's goal.
Thanks to SKG. Get your scans at SKG for your support this afternoon.
This time Parsons gets front position. It's blocked there by Broadbent. Now the umpire will come in once again. Still about 30 metres out from Bunbury's goal. 1 goal, 1 apiece. Early stages, Southwest Isuzu Ute scoreboard. It comes over to Woods. Well, it's Parsons. He knocks the ball out in a dangerous position. Now it's Woods. He tries to handball the ball out. Gets it towards Hall. He was tackled. Ritchie comes in to pick it up. He's well tackled by Hall. And once again, the umpire, this time about 20 metres out from Bunbury's goal, will come in and throw the ball up.
A bit of a mist has gone across the ground, and she's very good conditions at the moment.
Big Broadbent posed by Parsons. No one wins the ball down. Still in a dangerous position. 20 metres out from Bunbury's goal. The umpire's letting it go on. Comes out to O'Brien. He tries to knock it out. Oh,
I reckon there's
tackle.
a kick there.
No, the umpire didn't see it that way. And just basically the same position. The ball will be Liam Stewart. I didn't see a lot in that, but don't know Hamish Hall, so I'm not going to ask him after the game what it was about.
There's a blood rule on Denham King. He'll have to go to the Harvey Norman interchange bench to have a few repairs.
As Hamish Hall, courtesy of a 50, he'll have a shot from goal, slide angle from about 45 metres out. A risky kick from Munro. Terrific tackle on the wing by Munro.
It makes a difference, doesn't it, those 1%ers, that tackling? It's a real art in our game.
And Liam Stewart made Hamish Hall earn that one. Just hung in the air a little bit from Munro. It's a right play as Heisman's running into some space. As Hall got the journey from here. Hamish Hall, terrific player. Gets a fair piece of that ball. It's going to land in a difficult spot. Broadbent could have taken the mark, but decides to punch it through, and it goes through for a minor score.
He went safety first, but he was the only person there. A little bit more talk around there.
Well, we won't talk about Ruckman, will we, Craney?
No, we won't.
We won't talk about Ruckman.
Nigel, no.
Nope. Alan? There's a ball sport back in the play, looking there for Gadecki.
Everyone's going, who's Nigel?
Yeah. As Gadecki drops what he should have taken, but he's got enough time to put the ball up. Over the top came Rigby. They have the numbers here in the middle of the ground. Rigby comes back. In comes O'Brien. He's done well if he can hold this up. Trey Fields there. He runs into trouble. Great tackle from Harry Jones. Now they have the numbers. Carey Park. It comes to Lawrence. He drops it over. A cheeky little kick to DeLallo. He wheels through the middle of the ground. In best position is Munro, and he takes a terrific mark. Been good early, Munro. Goes in the middle of the ground looking for Wood. But in front of him was Rigby. And on the far side of the ground, he finds Busher. Busher has Hawks, the only goal kicker for Bunbury. Drops a mark, what he should have taken. Then he comes back on the far side of the ground. So they're just making a meal of some open play here, Bunbury. Early stages, probably halfway through this first quarter.
I'll just look on the Preston Power Equipment clock, Weaver, and you're right. It is halfway through the first quarter and not much is happening.
The ball on the far side of the ground. In they come now. It's Lenigan gets a handball out by Humphreys. He just fumbles at the inopportune time, and the umpire will come in. Centre wing, far side of the ground. Southwest Isuzu Ute scoreboard. The home side 1 goal 2-8. The visitors Carey Park 1 goal 1-7. So a lot of physical pressure out there so far in this game as Broadbent gets Wood out of the play. But it going nowhere.
A little bit of perceived pressure too, I think, Weaver. They're just expecting to be tackled and they're rushing what they need to do. They just both sides just need to settle it down a little bit.
Well, they're probably going to that second play before they've taken the ball and just missed a couple of opportunities both sides. Ball down now towards Bunbury's end. I don't know what Lawrence was trying to do there, but he didn't get off the ground. As Gadecki cuts it off in the middle of the ground. In comes Hawks. Over to Bellini, handball out. Now they're out here looking for Parsons, and there's a siren.
I know what Lawrence was trying to do. He was trying to take the CPR Outdoors mark of the day, but it didn't happen. And that is quarter time. That was a very short quarter because not much actually happened, did it, Weaver? I mean, it was congested. It was a bit gnarly. Both sides, I think both sides will be just saying, coaches just saying, we need to settle down, get a bit of system going, get your time going. But it is quarter time here at Payne Park. Bunbury 1-2-8 lead Carey Park 1-1-7. We'll be back after the break for the second quarter. Welcome back to SEN Spirit's coverage of the Southwest Football League. Quarter time here at Payne Park. Bunbury 1-2-8 lead the visitors 1-1-7. And what was a pretty scrabbly first quarter of footy. So let's see if they can open the game up a little bit in bright sunshine as the sun's beaming across Payne Park at the moment. As the players are set to go, everyone's ready. The umpire has the ball in the end. This is SEN Spirit, second quarter action, and Nigel Reeves.
Right, ball back in the middle of the ground. This time Wood wins the ball down in the direction of Busher. In comes DeLallo, tries to get the handball out, but he's well tackled there by Max Bilsich. And the umpire will come in, just left to centre, Carey Park's way, and throw the ball up. Very physical, scrappy opening term. 1 goal apiece. Hawks with the first goal, courtesy of playing in front. And then Jamie Mead, courtesy of a 50-metre penalty, got Carey Park's only goal. So Harvey Normal Electrical Bunbury scoreboard, early stages, second quarter. 1 goal, 2-8, the home side. 1 goal, 1-7, the visitors. Favours Woods this time. Comes over to Kerwin. He gets the handball out to Jordan McGinlay. Just chucks it onto his boot, but it's cut off there by the skipper for the Panthers in Bell.
Oh,
Woods
bang.
goes to spoil. It's worked out okay. It comes to Busher. Now they're out. Can it sit for Denham King? Bell's there. The two skippers go at it. Bell keeps it in front. Oh, he's met heavily front on by McGinlay.
Geez, been good, Jackson Bell, for the Panthers.
Decides to go in the middle of the ground and finds Ritchie. Now they have the players out. One of them is Lawrence. Will it sit for him? Yes, it does. Lawrence wheels around, puts it inside 50, slips at the inopportune time. Was Hughes. Tries to win the ball out. It's very slippery down there. It comes over to Humphreys. Just chucks it onto his boot, but it goes out of bounds.
Let's go around the ground thanks to Geograph Civil. Eaton 4-1-25 lead AMR 2-2-14 quarter time. And the Collie Eagles making a good fist of it. 3-3-21 to 3-3-21 against Bustleton. So all even up there. Very interesting game of footy as well.
That's an interesting one, isn't it? Collie and Bustleton. Ball's thrown in about 20 metres out from Carey Park's goal. It lands a little bit short. That'll have to be a reset here.
Tell you what, it is starting to be hard to find the WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the year so far, Weaver, with one each kicked.
Well, it's either Hawks or Mead, early stages of this game. We can't put any other names there. You're in a tricky position. This time Lawrence does the ruck work. It comes over to Humphreys, has a snap-on goal, but it hits the point post on the far side and goes out of bounds. And the relieving free kick for Bunbury will be taken by Renton. The player short if he wants them, has a couple of options, decides to go inboard, and one of them is Borlini, still inside defensive 50. Plays on now, comes right in front of us, asking a fair bit there of McGinlay. Over the back comes Field and takes a terrific mark. Trey Field. It's a terrible kick. Favours Mulholland. He gets the spoil over Woods. Busher sockers it off the ground. First there is Ritchie. He's got the numbers. Bounces off his leg and goes out of bounds. About 60 metres out, this time from Bunbury's goal.
Looking for a CPR Outdoors mark of the day too, Weaver, if you can pick one of that hat shortly.
Let's give it to
It's got to
Field.
get in the air first, doesn't it?
I like the name. It was a reasonable mark. The ball's thrown in about 60 metres out. Big Broadbank does the ruck work in front of Woods. Uses his long lever as it comes over to Featherstone. He just handballs over his head in the direction of DeLallo. It bounces for him. Now he's got Bunbury players for support. And it's rushed over the boundary line by McGinlay.
It's just one of those games you're waiting to open up.
Be thrown in right in front of the Bunbury interchange box. No score so far for either side. Opening stage of this second quarter. Ruckman can't win it. Wood taps it down to Oliver. He just chucks it onto his boot, but over the back. He didn't waste any energy, did he, Jet Woods? But that was a terrific pack mark, contested mark. So we can see Mum down on the boundary there, just really composing herself.
Yeah, pretty happy about that one.
She was pretty happy. So the opening major of the second term goes the way of the home side. 2 goals, 3-15, 7 points up over Carey Park. Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard. Ball back in the middle of the ground. Comes over to Busher. Out the middle of the ground comes a goal kicker for Carey Park in Mead. That's a terrific looking kick, and he finds Humphreys. Still too far out to score. Wheels around onto his left boot. Beautiful looking kick. It's missed in there by Hughes. Now they have the numbers, the Bunbury side. Pushing down towards Heisman. Hawks is there. Heisman, does he get the bounce that he wanted? Plays for the free kick. And the umpire sees it that way.
Played pretty well then, Dylan Heisman. He's the man we were talking about. Bunbury want to get into the game.
So Dylan Heisman has to hold the play on. Kicks the ball long. Broadbent's in best position. Over the top comes Parsons. It comes out to Humphreys. And on his right foot this time, he finds Jackson Hill, centre wing. Been good, Humphreys.
He has.
Oh, he slips at the inopportune time. That was Brady Lenigan. It comes over. Beautiful looking kick from O'Brien.
I think he's taken the mark then. That was terrific.
And he finds a big fella in Woods just outside defensive 50. Has players in the middle. One of them's Busher.
Cooper Zanich took an absolute beauty in there and it hardly got noticed.
Goes Woods looking for King, and King in front of Bell. Takes a terrific mark in front of his eyes. Decides to go long. That's a great looking kick. Fields found some space. Drops what he should have taken. Has a play running past in support. Avoids him and finds Parsons this time.
That's the first day today we've seen some real Gen X engineering work with the footy. Bunbury found some space, and it's been pretty hard to find space all day so far, but they found a bit of space. They opened it up. Terrific kick from King to set up on the other side, and ends with Parsons' shot for goal.
It's a terrific kick by King. Covered 55 metres. Switching
and
play.
Hardly had to break stride on the outer wing.
Baden Parsons, good in that first quarter. He's going to kick from 50 metres out, slide angle. In he comes now. Looking for distance. He's hooked that one, and it's gone out of bounds on the full. And the relieving free kick for Carey Park will be taken by Ritchie.
Needed that extra metre, didn't he?
He's given him a real target up there, though, Parsons.
I like both him and Woods up there because they're only young men too. So the improvement in them is going to be massive.
One of them could just go without the headband, Crony, just to give me a little bit more help or get some tats or something. But no, they're looking very good up there. Twin Towers has a mark on the second grab.
Oh, he went to spoil, took the mark on the dead Woods.
Found by Woods. Here's Heisman all on his own. Plays on straight away. Once again looking for Parsons. Misses what he should have taken. It comes over the back. Now they have the numbers, Carey Park. They go down looking for Hill, but in front of him, the mark's been taken by Bilsich.
Well, the kick wasn't good,
Bilsich goes short, misses his target by a mile. Comes over to Stewart, gets it back. Now they're away. As Hill goes down and finds O'Brien, he's going to play on straight away. Had Lawrence in the middle of the ground, over the back. The mark has been taken by Jones.
Yeah, the kick from Bilsich there went nowhere, went straight to Carey Park. And all the Bunbury players were running forward, so they got caught on the overlap.
Might be Bo Clark. No, it's not. I'll have another go. It's Hughes.
It's Hughes, yeah.
So Brian Hughes just got his player under the ball, took a terrific mark, and he's going to have a shot on goal for the response. 30 metres out, slide angle, doesn't waste any time. Straight over the goal umpire's hat, and Hughes gets a response for Carey Park.
And the game is just starting to open up that little bit. It was all congested in that first quarter and a bit, but now they're starting to find a little space. Hughes has been a very good goal kicker over the last few weeks for the Panthers, and that was an absolute beauty.
Played on straight away, O'Brien. Terrific effort on the wing here by Hill. Got the ball down, and O'Brien put it to a one-on-one. Hughes got his player under the ball and took a terrific overhead mark, and that's Renton, and that's no mean feat. Terrific player, Renton. And Hughes made no mistake from 30 metres out.
Harvey Norman interchange bench getting a bit of a workout this afternoon right in front of us.
And on the Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard, 2 goals, 2-14, Carey Park, 1 point adrift of the home side, 2 goals, 3-15. 5 minutes into this second quarter. Ball back in the middle of the ground. This time it's Reid in the ruck. He wins it down, but it goes towards Hawks. Sockers the ball off the ground. Gadecki there gets pushed over by McGinlay. Or Munro. Probably should have been a free kick. The umpire's seen a free kick now. And it's going to go the way of Carey Park, and it's Hill, who's been terrific so far in this second quarter. Hill, probably too far out to score. 55 metres out. He'll put this in a real dangerous position. Looks for the lead now. They have the numbers. Hughes once again.
I reckon his hand's in the back there on the Bunbury defender.
And the free kick's been paid, so a let off there. So Renton wins the free kick, comes across and finds Bilsich. And Carey Park putting some pressure on. Bilsich goes short in the middle of the ground. It's marked by Zanic. Still inside defensive 50. The home side. He's going to have to go long now, and he does. He's going to look for the big fella in passes,
that's
but
a
in
great
front
grab.
is Hall. Terrific.
That's
mark.
a contender too for the CPR Outdoors mark of the day. I'll make a little bit of a mark down by that one, Weave.
You just keep an eye on them, and I'll just agree with everything you say at the end of the game, Croney. As the short kick goes to LaMonica. LaMonica finds Perks, and then Perks finds Rigby. Oh, Rigby's tried to be a little bit cute there looking for
Rigby's
Woods.
found the boundary umpire.
And Rigby has put it out of bounds on the full.
Thanks to SKG too. Get your scans at SKG for your support.
Jackson Bell will bring the ball back into play. He's going to have to go long. You're looking there for Jones. Jones could have been pushed out of the play. Umpire doesn't see it that way, and it comes down to Hawks, but he's wrapped up. And the ball umpire will come in. That was Jones. Terrific tackle.
The game's definitely opening up a bit, making it a bit easier for you, Weaver.
Well, I'll make it as hard as I can do. It comes down to Featherstone. Keeps the ball in front. Played for the free kick. And the umpire in control. The one back has paid the free kick. Featherstone wins the ball. He goes inside and finds Ritchie. He's looking for a player inside. He has one, and that's Humphreys.
You're right about Humphreys. He's covering a fair bit of ground, and that's another terrific kick.
Humphreys has found Jones. Jones has got space. It sits up for Jones. He'll have a bounce. He's had one. Now he looks for the kick. Oh, it's a terrible kick, but it nearly come off. That was Hill. This is what he should have taken. Just drives it onto his boot. In front is Borlini. He misses it. O'Brien's there. Can he get the ball out? He gets it out to the big fella in Lenigan. Tries to wheel around.
Oh.
He does. He has a shot on goal. This will be
That's a
terrific.
contender.
That's a terrific goal by Brady Lenigan. Wheeled around on a 5-cent piece, the big fella. And 30 metres out. Put it through. And Carey Park hit the front.
WA Carpet Supermarket contender, most definitely Brady Lenigan. He just wheeled around there, Weaver, and went whack. And as I said, the game's opening up. Players are starting to find some space, and they're starting to get a lot more entertaining now, especially when you see goals like that from the Big Panther.
I didn't think there was that much space there for Lenigan. He's a big fella. But he wheeled around.
He
they
turned
all
on
fell
a
off him.
tripney bit, though, didn't he? Just went whack.
flipping. Well, you're going back a little bit
tripping
now,
him.
Croney. I'll go to the 5-cent bit. Let's go 5-cent. But that was a terrific goal. Didn't lose control of the footy. Just about tackled. Once that tackle slipped from 35 metres out, he made no mistake. The ball back in the middle of the ground. This time it's one down by Wood to Busher. Over to Hall. Drives the ball long. In front. Great spoil there from Stewart. That was Ritchie. Ball socket off the ground. It goes up forward looking there for Woods. He's in front. He has company. One of them spell just chucks it onto his boot. O'Brien in best position. Oh, he drops what he should have taken. Maybe he's seen the puddle and it put him off. Place for the free kick. In they come now. He draws a crowd. Hall wins the ball out. Just gets a handball over. He's dealt with after he got rid of it.
That was strength by Hall.
And the free kick will go the way of McGinlay. Umpire calls him back.
You're right, that puddle's becoming a problem, Weaver.
A lot of action happening around that puddle. It's the only one on the ground. That's McGinlay.
Oh, that's a terrible kick.
Drives the ball forward, but it's cut off deep in defence. So had more time there, McGinlay.
And his
Cut off
bell
there, but-
again, he's definitely, I was going to say rising star for Garage Doors Southwest, but he's already a Rigid Edge star.
He was looking there for Mulholland, but in front of him was Oliver, and he takes a relieving mark. 2 kicks out from goal. Puts it inside 50 once again. Goes over the top of Woods. He had time. It's rove there once again by Bell. He's been terrific. Handball this time over to Mulholland. Gets it over to Brown. Far side of the ground. Wheels inside. Looking for Lenigan, the last goal kicker. Oh, that's a great tackle by the big fella. Could have been rewarded. Ball still in play. Far side of the ground. Oh, I thought it went out of bounds, but it's still in play. It comes to the big fella Busher. This time it's out of bounds. Centre wing, far side of the ground.
Did you have a nomination for a Bunbury Mower Service tackle of the day, did you? Weaver.
Well, I think Munro's first one in the first quarter, that one in the first quarter was terrific.
I need more than one, though.
The Lenigan's tackle just then was terrific. Should have been rewarded, I thought. Done a real good job, outnumbered 2-1. As the ball's on the far side of the ground, and once again it goes out of bounds. And it'll be thrown in. Centre wing, Carey Park, 3 goals, 2-20. They have the lead now, 5-point lead, 2 goals, 3-15. The home side, Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard. Ball comes in, go over to big fella and Billy Brown. But he's wrapped up by Busher. And the umpire once again will come in and throw the ball up. Big Broadbent playing a bit of aerial ping pong. Comes over to me. Kicked a terrific goal in that first quarter. Gadecki picks it up. He's well tackled.
That was a brilliant tackle.
They play on advantage straight away as King wheels around, runs himself into a little bit of trouble, tries to get the handball over to Oliver. It's close to the boundary line, still in play. They win it out, comes to Jones, he drives the ball long. Busher will come over the top, and we spoilt there by Oliver, his own teammate. And a free kick's been paid, and it's going to go the way of Carey Park.
Preston Power Equipment clock is ticking down on the second quarter of this clash.
Going to go to Hill, plays on straight away to Jones. Beautiful looking kick, looking for big Broadbent. Oh, they clash hard. They clash real hard. That was Kerwin and Broadbent. Broadbent trying to pick himself up off the ground. He's a big fella. He might need assistance. In comes Busher.
How good was Kerwin's commitment to the footy?
That was a great attack on the footy. Big Broadbent just dusting himself off as Gadecki and Busher push the ball over the boundary line. On centre wing, ball will be thrown in once again. Broadbent's got to do the ruck now. Wood gets in front, wins the ball down. Comes back to Wood. Oliver's in there. They have the numbers. Win the ball out through Hall. And he finds Zanich far side of the ground.
Who's been very busy, Zanich.
Good player. Over the back was Woods. We could have been interfered with. It might be Parsons. 55 metres out. Sells a little bit of candy. Can he kick the goal? Parsons has a shot on goal.
Wow, if he has, that's outstanding.
Terrific
that is
goal
a beauty.
from Parsons.
WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day contender. The big fella, we thought he was going to take a shot for goal. He just twinkle-toed, sold the bit of candy, as you called it, Weaver, and went bang.
Well, I thought he lost control of the footy. Picked it up, got around the player on the mark. 48 metres out. Parsons, who's been terrific, he gets himself on the scoreboard. And with that goal, they wrest the lead back by just a point. 3 goals, 3-21, the home side. And Carey Park, 3 goals, 2-20. Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard. A terrific goal there from Parsons.
That was spectacular, wasn't it?
Done a lot of hard work, Parsons, and to get a goal, it's just reward for effort. As the interchanges still keep coming here. Humphreys and the big fella Billy Brown come off. Humphrey's been good in this first half. Just have a quick rest. They need him back on. He's a real link man for Carey Park so far in this game. Ball in the middle of the ground. Broadbent takes his eye off the footy. It's one down by Wood. Looking there for Kings in there. So is Parsons, Kaysen. And the umpire will come in forward to centre, Bunbury's way.
Bright sunny conditions too, Weaver, thanks to Garage Stores Southwest.
Still not enough to dry that puddle up just yet.
No, you're worried about that puddle.
I don't think I'm the only one that comes to Busher. He handballs back to Wood. Finds McGinlay. That didn't go 15. Over the top.
Oh, that's a very good grab
I think it's Parsons once again.
It is.
He's proving to be a real problem down forward
well,
for Carey
said
Park.
that if you just keep presenting, he dropped a couple that maybe he should have taken in the first quarter, but he just keeps presenting, and sooner or later they will stick. And he found himself on a little bit of a mismatch there and kicked a very good goal just moments ago.
Well, he won't have to sell any candy from here. He's going to kick from 45 metres out, basically directly in front. Baden Parsons comes in now. Deliberate shot on goal. It's still in play. It's spoilt fruit now by Mulholland.
He didn't have any candy left. He sold it all the first time, Weaver.
That was a terrific goal, though, from the big fella.
It was an absolute beauty.
He's proving to be a real problem. The focal point of attack without Horton. Him and Woods, a dangerous combination as the ball's brought back into play. Finds DeLallo, gives it back to Ritchie, drives the ball along the middle of the ground. Could have been a free kick paid to Lenigan. Umpire doesn't see it that way. One down by Gadecki. They have the numbers here. Reads one. Does it bounce for him? In comes Zanich. Now it comes to Hughes. He's going to have a snap on goal. It's all about the bell.
Oh, there you go.
Hughes puts through another one. Terrific goal.
Gee, we were a bit spoiled for highlights in the first quarter, but they're coming thick and fast now. That was an absolute beauty by Hughes for the He's a contender for the WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day too. There was a lot of space down there for Carey Park once it got over the back, and Hughes, a proven goal kicker, and whacked it through, Weaver.
Terrific kick going forward, but definite contender for WA Supermarket goal of the year, Brian Hughes. He's got 2 in this second quarter, 3 goals to 2. Carey Park's way, and once again they wrest the lead back. 4 goals to 26, the Panthers.
And the game has lifted, hasn't it, dramatically to what it was in that first quarter. Players are starting to find some open space. We're getting a lot of Gen X engineering teamwork through the middle of the ground, and it's definitely a better spectacle.
The ball back in the middle of the ground. Once again, Broadbent this time comes over the top. Bush is first on the scene. He's well tackled by Featherstone, gets a handball out to King, and away they go once again. Oh, it's a terrible looking kick coming there to Cason Parsons. He gets the bounce that he wanted, but he's set upon. Comes out the back to DiPiassi. Wheels around, gets a player in ball. One of them is Richie Heisman. Oh, terrific tackle by Heisman. Managed to get the ball away. Great tackle there by Heisman. Gadecki keeps it in front of him. Oh, he's well met there by Perks. In they come now. In comes the big fella Woods. To make sure that ball doesn't go out.
How's the tackle? He launched himself Superman style, did Dylan Heisman.
And that goal from Hughes, it's picked up once again. This time Woods, Broadbent wins it down, but it's straight to Busher. But Borlini's been well tackled by Gadecki. And just on 50, Carey Park's end. The umpire will come in and throw the ball up once again. Woods this time wins the ball down, goes in the direction of Zanic. He's muscled out of it by Hill. And that's half time. 3 goals for 22. 4 points adrift as Carey Park hold the lead going into the second half. 4 goals to 26. 3 goals to 2 second quarter for the visitors.
Definitely lifted a couple of notches in that quarter, did the game. We were a bit disappointed in the first one. It was a bit scrabbly and not much happened, but the second quarter they definitely lifted. A lot of highlights from both these sides. A very close contest here at Payne Park. We'll be back after the break for the Hollow Beach Bar halftime chat. Where the score, Bunbury 3 goals for 22, Carey Park 4-1 25. Not much in it at halftime. Weaver, this is the Hollow Beach Bar halftime chat. It's not a bad spot to go and have a nice little cordial and a bit of food. But who's running hot? Thanks to Giovanetti Firewood Bunbury. Fend off the cold with Giovanetti Firewood. Who's running hot at halftime, Weaver? You've had a bit of a time to take it all in.
Yeah, I have. I think Jackson Bell, I think the skipper for Carey Park has been terrific across halfback, really put his body on the line. Did play on the opposing skipper, King, there for a part of that second quarter, but his leadership and attack on the footy across halfback for Carey Park has kept them in the game and gave them that 3-point lead. Hughes has been terrific down forward. I thought his last 10 minutes of that second quarter, he just popped up, kicked one good goal and then one terrific goal, outstanding goal snap. So the skipper leading from the front, so Bell for me so far.
Totally agree with you. He's been absolutely sensational, Jackson Bell, across that half back line. Thanks to Giovanetti Firewood Bunbury. He's the man who's running hot. The big moments, the Buckingham, the Butchers, big moments inside that first half. Buckingham, the Butchers inside the Bunbury Plaza. Beautiful sausages there, I can tell you that, Weaver. They are beauties. So the big moments, well, I'll go for this one, Weaver. I think it's when Parsons showed a bit of candy and just dobbed the ball in, and then followed by Hughes' goal over the top. They were 2 big moments in that first half.
Oh, 100%, totally agree with you. I thought another big moment, we haven't talked about it a lot because it happened early on in that first quarter, is because goals are so hard to come by, just a 50-metre penalty, and the composure by Jamie Meader was terrific in that first half, whilst up and from 40 metres out put it through, because goals are really hard to come by so far, looking at the scoreline at half-time. So that was another big moment earlier on in the game, but totally agree with those two, Craney.
And Gen X Engineering teamwork, fitters and welders at Gen X Engineering. Well, the teamwork in that first quarter was just about non-existent. It was a scramble, but as the game wore on in that second quarter, players started to find a bit of space. They started to swing the ball outside, which allowed the forwards a bit of room, and it definitely improved.
Yeah, and there was a couple of passages there where both teams did use teamwork. I thought Isaiah Humphries looks really good as a link-up
He's
player.
becoming a real asset, isn't he? He's working hard, creating a bit of space.
Yeah, good on both sides of his body, what we've seen so far. And that kick from Denham King over to Trey Field, which set up a goal in that second quarter, is as good as we've seen so far in this first half of footy.
Thanks to SKG Radiology for the injury report at half-time. We haven't got too much. I think Denham King got a bit of a whack on the scone, but he's gone back out on the ground with a bit of a headband out there, Weaver, and as you said, looking pretty smart. But other than that, we can see what happens in this second half of footy where it's up there for both these sides. The reward is absolutely huge when you're looking at that table as it sits at the moment. So spots in the 5, well, there's a few for too many to go in. So somebody's going to be very unlucky this season.
Yeah, and this game's going to come down to the wire. Probably the only other one was that clash between Broadbent on the far side of the ground, but he dusted himself off and he's back in the ruck once again.
Third quarter underway. Nigel Reeves for SN Spirit.
Both ruckmen go up at it. It's one out there by Jones. Just drives the ball long.
Oh, clever
terrific
grab.
mark.
Gee.
Zanuck, he's been good today.
He has.
One-hander mark. Put him down for a mark of the day.
That's a contender for our CPR Outdoors mark of the day in the first seconds.
Goes short. Found Munro. Munro's kick misses target. He was looking for Heisman. DeLello's there for Carey Park. Keeps the ball in front. In a little bit of trouble now. They have the numbers. They do. It's Reese Payne. Gets the ball out. Handballs over to Humphries. Comes inside and finds a skipper, Bell, just outside defensive 50. They look sharp so far as Bell comes in to Isaiah Humphries, the man we spoke about at half-time. Goes wide and finds Mulholland. Seems to have pushed up the ground a little bit, Mulholland. Terrific player. Good size.
I know it's very early on the Preston Power Equipment clock, but Carey Park looked like they've come out with a bit of a zing. Oh, no, Bell's fallen over.
Bell bounces, finds Denham King. Bell comes back in with second effort. He gets a handball out. Looking for Cameron LaMonica. Gets it back around to King. Hawks. He goes to Bellini. Oh, it's an average-looking kick. And where Bell made that fumble and slipped over, he takes a relieving mark. Goes on the far side of the ground and finds...
And on the flip side of that, Bunbury made an absolute mess of that, Weaver.
They sure have. In the middle of the ground, it comes. Carey Park just maintaining control so far. They have the numbers. One of them is Ritchie, right on defensive 50. He has Mulholland right in front of the commentary box, and he takes a short kick from Ritchie. They're just looking to maintain possession. Goes down and finds our man, Isaiah Humphries. Has DeLello running past. Wheels around on his left foot, lands in front of Lanigan. But what we've seen in that first half, he should be able to get this. Lanigan tries to get it out to Lawrence. Spills out to McGinlay. He gets it out to the big fella in Wood. And Wood goes down and finds Bellini centre wing. Game's picked up the pace early as Busher takes a mark. Just inboard on centre wing.
He's been very busy too. Busher got a lot of the footy early for Bunbury.
Maintaining possession, he finds Field. He goes short and right on centre half forward. It goes to Hawks. He gets a handball over. Ball driven long and in plenty of space is LaMonica. And he'll have a shot on goal from 25 metres out directly in front.
There wasn't a player within 10 metres of LaMonica there. He just drifted into the perfect spot to have a drop shot for goal. A huge amount of space. A bit lax by the Carey Park defenders.
Well, they all peeled off. Turnover at centre wing.
Those turnovers, they hurt you, don't they?
LaMonica will go back from 30 metres out directly in front to get the opening goal of the third quarter and put his side back in front. Cameron LaMonica, in he comes now, a couple of steps. Terrific goal. Outstanding kick from LaMonica. Straight through the middle. And the opening goal of the third quarter goes away to the home side. Courtesy of LaMonica, who found himself in metres of space from 30 metres out.
That's what you love about this great game, Weaver. Carey Park, we only just mentioned a while ago, looked like they come out absolutely firing that. A lot of the footy, and Bunbury, a turnover. Bunbury take it down. LaMonica, miles on his own, go back and kick the goal for Bunbury. So you got to be careful what you say, don't you, early?
Well, they brought that ball inside, and Jackson Bell just slipped over at the inopportune time. The kick wasn't perfect, and from there it just went downhill. Ball come back, Busher, Field, and then LaMonica. He just found himself in probably no one within 20 metres, any opposition. Couple of steps and put through the opening goal. So on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard, 4 goals, 4-28. They rest back the league, 3 points up. The ball's one out of the middle, goes towards Lawrence, keeps the ball in front, trying to tap it down. In comes Bushy, in comes Lawrence with a terrific tackle. The umpire sees it
That's
that
a Bunbury
way.
mower service tackle already
And
from
Lawrence,
Kelvin Lawrence.
he's going to drive the ball inside 50. Loses control of it a little bit. Still a good kick, just bounces in front. Over the top now, they have the numbers. One of them is Jones. Great smother there by Oliver. He just took his eyes off the ball. In comes Lawrence once again, trying to win the ball out. It's still in play. Gets a handball over to Oliver. And he rushes it over, courtesy of a bit of help from Humphreys.
Bit going on there too, boys getting to know each other.
Just dusting off a fly on the lapel. No one
The old
doing-
fly on the lapel.
The ball's thrown in right on 50. Carey Park's in. No ruckman wins it. Comes down to Humphreys. He's been terrific. Over to Hill. Ball comes out to Busher, who's also been terrific. Puts McGinlay under pressure now with an errant handball. Slips over at the inopportune time. In comes Busher to try and help him out. And he's wrapped up right on 50.
You'll be
by
happy to know,
Jones.
Weaver, the puddle's holding firm against the sun there.
There's been a lot of errors around that puddle. As this time Wood comes over the top. DeLello in front position, drags the ball in. Umpire lets it play on just inside 50. Now he'll come in and throw the ball up. As once again, there's a little bit of push and shove in there. They don't want to give away another 50. Goals are at a premium. We're right on 50. Carey Park's in. 3 points down. Now they are with the opening goal going courtesy of LaMonica. Umpire's seen a free kick and it's going to go away of the visitors. It's going to go the way of Mead. He's going to have a shot on goal from about 53 or 4 metres out, directly in front.
He's already got one this afternoon with a very good kick of the footy.
Very good in that first half, Mead.
This will test him, though. He'll kick this from outside 50 by the time he lays boot on it.
Well, he doesn't have to get it too high to get it over the man on the markers. That's Heisman. No disrespect to Dylan Heisman. In he comes now, Mead. Tries to kick it too far. It's still in play. Oh, the mark's been taken.
Oh, no, it's
Well,
play on.
Lenigan, it's play on. Has a snap on goal. Humphreys is there all on his own. And the players stop. Lenigan got the kick towards the goal square. And our man Isaiah Humphreys kicks it from the goal line. And once again, Carey Park hit the front.
Well, that was an interesting play, wasn't it? We thought Lenigan had taken the mark. He just whacked it on his boot. And Humphreys in the right spot at the right time. That was the most bizarre goal you'd ever see, Weaver. But it is one for the Panthers to put on the book.
Well, he put it to the top of the top of the goal square, Lenigan. It looked a mark from here. We're a long way away. It looked like the only one. It was a chest mark in the end. Managed to get it onto his boot. And Isaiah Humphreys was just sitting there, and all of a sudden it landed in his arms.
I think he got a bigger surprise as anyone sitting there.
But he's had a terrific game, Humphreys. WA Supermarket scoreboard, 5 goals, 131. Carey Park now 3 points up over Bunbury. 4 goals for 28 with a goal apiece. Early stage of this third quarter. Ball back in the middle. This time Broadbent wins it down to DeLello, but he's wrapped up by Wood and Field in the middle of the ground.
Absolutely loving this ruck duel between Broadbent and Wood. It's a beauty.
This time Broadbent wins it down once again. It comes over to me. Gets a handball over to no one in particular. Hits one out. Who's first there? It's Oliver. Gets a handball out over to Zanic. Drops what he should have taken. Gets a handball back out to Oliver. Chucks it onto his boot. They have the numbers here, Carey Park. But Oliver wins the free kick. Lucky there, outnumbered 4-1. And now he's given it back to Featherstone. I think it's Bunbury's way. This time it's back to Oliver.
He's trying to get 50, but it isn't going to work.
So Jackson Oliver leads up forward. One of them is Woods. He's got a bit of room on his opponent. He's going to have to kick long now. No, he decides to go to King, who's found some space. And right in front of the commentary box, the skipper for the Bulldogs takes the mark. He's going to wield inside with a good-looking kick and finds Heisman. Players wide for him, decides to wield long. Looking there for the big fella in Parsons.
Oh, that was perfect, wasn't it? That's a bit of Gen X engineering teamwork. The kick from King to Heisman was good, and the kick from Heisman to Parsons, even better than that. The big fella on a nice lead, and Heisman spotted him up. Absolutely perfect.
A slight angle. That's a terrific lead as well from Parsons. And a great kick from Heisman. Found some space, and Parsons will kick from just inside 50. Little bit of an angle, going for his second. The big fella Parsons comes in. Good looking kick from Parsons. And he gets the instant reply for the home side. And once again, they hit the front by 3 points. Parsons kicks his second after a terrific kick from Heisman.
For a game that started in the first quarter like it was going to be a 0 or draw, this game's turned into an absolute beauty, hasn't it? Goal for goal at the moment. Both sides exhibiting very, very good skills. And that kick from Heisman, absolutely superb. You like a forward that leads, don't you? But there wasn't much room between the Panthers' defenders, and it had to be just about perfect. It was. And good finish by Parsons. It gets a couple for the afternoon so far.
Didn't have to break stride there, Parsons. So Oliver to King into Heisman, and Heisman across the ground. A good 50-metre kick, and Parsons, what a terrific lead from the big forward. And he made no mistake from 48 metres out. 5 goals, 4-34, the Bulldogs. 5 goals, won the Panthers, 31. WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard as the ball's back in the middle of the ground. Trying to get the ball out is Carey Park. It goes to Gadecki. Handball's over to Mead. Puts on the afterburners. Looking for the big fella there in Lenigan. Could the boundary line win? It stays in play. No, it doesn't. It goes out of bounds.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour. MGIB is there. Thanks for your support.
So quick centre clearance from the Panthers. And all of a sudden the ball will be thrown in about 35 metres out from Carey Park's goal.
I see it's a lot easier for you now. The ball's starting to move, Weaver.
And not that reflection off that puddle as it's shrinking by the minute. Ball's thrown in. Wood gets front position over me. Wins it out towards Zanic. Zanic has been terrific today, trying to keep the ball in play. Umpire's seen a free kick here.
I was telling anyone listening, that puddle is not gigantic.
It's huge. You can nearly drown there, Croney. As the ball's brought in, and Lenigan this time takes a terrific chest mark in front of Renton. And he'll go back from 40 metres out. Sharp angle, looking for his second, and once again looking to rest the lead back.
She's goal for goal. That was good by Lenigan.
He's presenting well, Lenigan.
Yeah, he put his body nicely too, didn't he? He just arched his back to keep the defender away.
He's going to kick from 45 metres out. In he comes now. Deliberate shot on goal. He's got a fair purchase on that. Goes across the face of goal and goes through for a minor score.
Kelvin Lawrence coming back on through the Harvey Norman interchange bench.
Everyone
after a little bit of a rest.
Everyone doing their bit today. Delalo's been good today as he comes off for a quick spell. WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard, 5 goals, 2-32.
Oh, the old spiral.
5 goals for the home side. Ball comes in and it goes back. Zanis misses what he should have taken. Now he puts himself under pressure. In comes Featherstone. Tries to get the handball over to Mead. Just puts the ball onto his boot. It carries over the top of Renton's head and goes through for another minor score. So 1 point the difference. Early stage of this third quarter. 5 goals, 3-33. The Panthers. 5 goals for the Bulldogs. WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. And the ball will be brought back into play once again. Far side of the ground goes Renton. Oh, over the top they come. The ball's sport out of bounds.
Thanks to SKG. Get your scans at SKG for your support as well for the Southwest Football League.
So the
game on, Weaver.
The game's picked up, hasn't it, Croney? It's picked up.
It's tenfold to what it was in that first quarter.
Even though it's only 5 goals apiece. So far, second quarter in the early stages of this one, it's really picked up.
That's a terrific knock by Wood.
Knocks it down towards field. Ball on the far side of the ground. Still in play comes to Featherstone. Tries to get the ball out. In comes Lawrence. Just chucks the ball onto his boot. In comes the big fella Wood. Tries to cash a check. Big long way down there for big Tyson Wood.
Cash a check?
Cash
you
a
thought
check.
I went back a bit, Weaver.
We've had bloody all decimal currencies and all sorts of monetary explanations today. In comes Heisman, trying to win the ball out. It's won by Mitchell Russell. Drives the ball onto his boot. They have the numbers here. Bunbury, Mead nearly takes a mark. It was uncontested chest mark. A lot of numbers in front of him. It ended up landing in his arms and went straight to the ground. And he's wrapped up.
Straight through.
And the ball will be thrown up about 35 metres out from Carey Park's goal. Wood gets front position again, starting to get on top. Comes to Humphreys, has a snap on goal. And it goes through for a minor score and scores a level. 5 goals, 4 apiece, 34.
Humphrey just creating options for the Panthers.
He's looking dangerous, isn't he?
He is every time he gets the footy and uses it very well.
Perks takes the mark out of fullback. He drives it long to Munro. Munro trying to go down the hall. It's missed there by Jai Miles. They have the numbers here. One of them is the skipper and Bell. Gets it out to Big Billy Brown. Tucks it over to Miles. He just throws it onto his boot. It goes through everyone. Handball out to Bellini. Bellini tries to get it back to field. King's there, the skipper. It comes to Munro. He's going to drive it long. Busher move forward now. Tries to get his player out of the way. In comes Bell. Oh, he could have been tackled high. Over to Richie. Richie cuts him board. The great-looking kick.
It was a clever kick by Richie.
And finds my man, Featherstone. He goes short and finds the man of the moment in Humphreys. Humphreys goes wide and right in front of us finds Brown.
You'd almost say he's running hot for Vic Giovanetti Firewood, wouldn't you, Weaver?
He's had a terrific start to this third quarter. Brown's got the big fella in Broadbent, right on centre wing, middle of the ground. Has a player running past, decides to use him in Miles, misses his target. Handball's not his game, but Humphreys is there, stands up in the tackle, tries to get the ball out to Russell. Russell wheels around now with pace, drives the ball long. In best position is Bunbury. Over the top comes Bilsich. In they come now. Oliver's wrapped up. And inside 50, he's wrapped up by Jackson Hill. The umpire will come in and throw the ball up. 5 goals for a piece. Halfway through this third quarter. This game's really livened up. The score doesn't show it that way as DeLallo's back on the ground, picks the ball up, gets the bounce he wanted. Oh, wields around, has a bounce. He's going to have a shot on goal. DeLallo, he's pushed it across the face of the goal, and with a minor score, O'Brien was there.
He was a little bit unlucky, DeLallo. His feet went from under just the one little boggy patch on the ground, if you like.
But they hit the front now, Carey Park. 5 goals, 5-35. WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. They're 1 point in front of the home side who are 5 goals, 4. Ball's on the far side of the ground. It's that man DeLallo again. Oh, he's working hard, breaks a couple of tackles, gets a handball back out to Lawrence. In they come, it's Woods. But over the back was Mitchell Russell, goes onto his left boot. Gadecki now wins it, drives the ball long, looking for O'Brien, who's found space. He's 2 kicks out from goal, calls his player forward. Tries to get him out of the way.
It's a great mark.
In front is Hughes. And Brian Hughes has taken the mark, 25 metres out. Slight angle, and he'll go back for his third, and he'll go back to increase this margin to 7 points. So some great work in there. I couldn't quite see who it was. It could have been Jones. Just pushed the pack out of the way.
It was in under, wasn't it? It was well played.
And Hughes basically took an uncontested mark. In he comes now, Brian Hughes. Deliberate shot on goal. Straight through the middle, Hughes. He gets his third of the game. First for the third quarter. And that margin now is pushed out to 7 points. 6 goals, 5-41. A home side, 5 goals, 4-34 in the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard.
Let's go around the ground thanks to Geograph Civil out at Eton. AMR look like they've done enough out there. 14 goals, 3-87. They lead Eton 6-6-42 at three-quarter time. And Busselton have regained the lead out up at the Collie. 10-5-65. They lead the Collie Eagles 7-5-47.
And Busselton just starting to put the afterburners on. They obviously had a big scare.
Would have got a bit nervous for a little bit of time.
A 7-point lead here to the Panthers. WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. 6-5-41, 5-4-34. Ball's back in the middle of the ground. Comes back to Hawks. Gets onto his left boot. He's driving it long. Parsons down there. Tries to push out the back of the pack, but a great spoil there by Payne. In comes Hall. Biss puts it onto his left boot. It's a contest right in the square. And Mulholland sees it over, and it goes through for a minor score. And that margins back to 1 straight kick. Plays on straight away and finds Bell still inside defensive 50. Got a player wide. And finds him on the far side of the ground. They maintain that. To go far side of the ground, O'Brien, who's finding plenty of space in this third quarter, takes an uncontested mark, centre wing. Plays on straight away, looking for the big fella in Mead. Gets his opponent out of the way with ease. Drives it inboard. That's a great looking kick.
That's beautifully done by Mead. As you said, just give enough of a nudge to get his partner under it. And that was a beautiful bit of Gen X engineering teamwork from the Panthers.
I think it's Hughes once again has taken the mark. And he'll go back for his fourth. He's going to kick from 35 metres out directly in front. And Mead and Hughes, what a combination so far in this third quarter. In he comes now, Hughes. Doesn't waste any time. He's got under that one. I don't think it's going to make the journey. Humphrey's in good position. Nearly takes a mark.
Thought he was going to bring that down, Weaver.
Could have been a contender for mark of the day, that one. But it's rushed through for a minor score.
For our
and
WA Carpet Supermarket of the day, but you can't almost take them, Weaver. You need to take them.
Well, I would have got mark of the day a lot of times, but almost. King has a bounce down the far side of the ground, coming inboard, asking a fair bit there of Zanic. He gets a handball out to Heisman. He's got Parsons.
I think it's Woods.
Oh, it's Woods who's taken the mark uncontested, and he'll have a shot on goal from 45 metres out on a slight angle to get the instant response for the home side.
And that's what happens when you can move the ball quickly. You catch the defence unawares, and that's exactly what they did. Jet Woods, big kick for the young man.
So Jet Woods, 1 goal to his name in that second quarter. And he comes now, gets close to the man on the mark. He's got a fair purchase.
Oh, that is a very good kick.
And the youngster puts one through from 45. And Jet Woods gets his second. WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard, 6 goals, 5, 41. The home side fighting 1 point down now. Carey Park Panthers, 6 goals, 6, 42. Terrific kick by Woods. Him and Parsons have been terrific down there with 2 goals apiece. Terrific change of play down the far side of the ground. Brought in quickly. Denham King had a bounce on the far side.
But that's what happens, isn't it, Weaver? If you get the ball in quick, you make it a lot easier for your forwards, especially the flip side. But it's an amazing game, isn't it? In that first quarter, you couldn't find any space on the oval whatsoever, and now players are finding space at will.
And I think if you're a forward and Heisman's got the ball in his hands, you know it's going to hit your lace out. Last 2 forward entries for Bunbury have come courtesy of a Heisman pass. Ball back in the middle of the ground. This time Broadbent wins it down. But now they get the ball out. Bunbury driving it down, looking there for Parsons. It goes over his head. It gets it back. He could have been tackled high. The umpire doesn't see it that way. Snap on goal from Heisman. Puts it in a tricky position. Over the top comes Trey Field. And Field takes a mark. And he'll have a shot on goal from 35 metres out. Slight angle.
That's the beauty of those centre breaks. Parsons, it was a bit of a volleyball game in the middle of the ground. Parsons was the end of it, broke clear, and once again got it in there very quickly.
Once again, it was Heisman. Not his best pass, but Field made the most of it. This to rest the lead back for the home side. Trey Field been terrific today. In he comes now. Deliberate shot on goal. Straight over the umpire's hat. And the Bulldogs hit the lead. Trey Field gets his first for the game. And the lead has been restored by the Bulldogs. 7 goals, 5, 47. They find themselves 5 points up now. 6 goals, 6, 42. The Panthers on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard.
Yeah, look, that game has lifted a heap of notches. As we said, the spot in the finals up for grabs here. Both sides going hammers and tongs. Took them a while to sort each other out, but now they have, and that ball is beautifully done.
We can see this game going goal for goal, can't we, Carey?
It's sort of heading that way, isn't it?
Panning out that way. Any little mini break going into 3/4 time could be crucial for the 4 points today. Now Parsons finds himself in the ruck, wins the ball down, comes over to Busher, gets a handball out to King, puts him under pressure, weaves his way through the middle of the ground. Hawks has got space, will it sit for him? He'll wheel back onto his left boot, sells a little bit of candy, he buys it, drives the ball long. Over the back there was Woods, but in front is Mulholland, and he takes a relieving chest mark deep inside defensive 50. This game's picked up a notch. Moving to this game, he's tried to drive the ball long. He gets up and under it. Front was Parsons, gets the ball down. It comes out to Busher, gets a handball over to Hawks. Hawks manages to get the ball onto his boot.
Oh, he's been good down there, Jackson Bell.
And Bell gets Field out of the way and takes the chest mark. Goes wide, looking for Mulholland. I think the sun might have got in his eyes there. And he's got LaMonica for company. In they come now. They have the numbers. Over to Jones. He just chucks the ball onto his boot. Outnumbered is Lenigan. Going for the one-hander was Perks. They have the numbers. Over to Parsons. Streams through the middle of the ground. Good-looking kick. And the mark has been taken by, is it Case and Parsons?
If we're looking for a Garage Outdoors Southwest Rising Star, Parsons has really put his hand up, hasn't he? Up forward, all running in the ruck. It was a pretty handy kick into the forwards.
So I'm thinking is this Parsons' brother? Croney, help me out here. Any relation?
Not sure. We'll go with that.
We'll go with that. Anyway, it was Parsons to Parsons. And Casey Parsons will have the shot on goal. 30 metres out. Comes in now. It's a great looking kick on goal. He's got Crab. He's got everything. But he's got his side another 6-pointer. Casey Parsons, he'll come off to the bench.
They're coming off to the RB Norman interchange bench, limping. But it was very relaxed kicking that goal, wasn't he? Casey Parsons just went back and let it just drift through.
I think he was thinking his body was just going to seize up as he kicked it.
Oh, he has got a bit of a touch of cramp too.
But Baden Parsons screamed through the middle of the ground. Down Cason's Parsons. He made no mistake from 30 metres out.
Parsons is having a real good day. Don't forget these Parsons and Wood are only young men yet. They've got a lot of footy left in them, a lot of growing to do.
He's had a good day, Baden Parsons. He moved into the ruck now to give Tyson Wood a little bit of a rest. Biggest margin of the game, 8 goals, 5-53. The Bulldogs, 6 goals, 6-42. WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. 11 points up, the home side. Looking to give themselves every chance to get a couple of grabs at this year's premiership. Ball back in the middle of the ground. No Ruckman wins it. It comes out. Denham King, who's been terrific. Wills finds himself a bit of space. Looking there for Woods. Could have been pushed out. It comes over the back to LaMonica. Tries to dribble the ball around. Oh, it bounces. Goes past Richie. He would have had his heart in the mouth. And it goes through for a minor score. And 2 goals is the margin. Plays on straight away. Oliver in best position. Over the top comes Kadecki. Looking for mark of the day. He's wrapped up. The ball comes out to Busher. He's wrapped up by Kadecki.
Well, the tackling for Bunbury Mower Services definitely increased.
DeLallo comes in.
So is the intensity of this game, Weaver.
Kerwin picks himself off. It sure has. Biggest margin of the game so far. As Parsons wins the ball out, Broadbent brings it straight to his opposing ruckman. Comes to Mead, who's been terrific. Cut off by Parson. He's having a good 4 or 5 minutes here. The big fella. In they come now. Bilsich is one of them. Doesn't take his eye off the ball. Featherstone just chucks the ball onto his boot. Now they have the numbers. What can Lanigan do?
Nicely
he does
played.
the right thing over to Jones. Has Lawrence in space if he needs him. Couldn't quite get around to him. Now it's a foot race. Hughes is there. He's got help on the far side of the ground. 2 on 2 here. What can they do? Bunbury win out through Rigby. Drives the ball down. Misses his target. In comes McGinlay. Hawks just gives him the don't argue and goes through the middle of the ground and finds his skipper in King. Just got rid of him with ease, did Hawks. The siren goes to 3/4 time. Last 4 or 5 minutes was all Bunbury's way. 8 goals, 5-54. 8 goals, 5-53. 6 goals, 6-42. WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. 2-goal lead to the home side as we take a break for 3/4 time.
Yes, that is right, Weaver. 3/4 time here at Payne Park. That game has definitely lifted in intensity, and we can see the value of these 4 points on the line. Who will get through in the 4th quarter? We'll be back after the break to find out. And welcome back to SEN Spirits coverage. The 4th quarter underway, and Nigel Reeve.
The ball's been thrown up in the middle. Parsons still in the ruck. Comes out to Featherstone. It's a handball over. Puts his teammate under pressure. And Richie.
Mower service.
It was by Busher.
Boy, there's 50.
It was a 50-metre penalty. Let's see what that was for. Probably the standing on the mark rule, one of my favourites.
No, he said he grabbed his leg as he went past, so not quite sure. But Busher, who's had a very good afternoon for the Bunbury Football Club, he'll have a shot for goal. Now, 30 metres out from directly in front, Weaver?
So this will be a good start for the home side. Hold a 12-point lead going into this last quarter. Their last 5 minutes of the 3rd quarter was terrific. 5 goals to 2 in that 3rd quarter gives them a 12-point lead. As you said, Craney, Bush has been terrific today. In he comes now, 20 metres out, directly in front, makes a goal. Umpire work a little bit, but he's done enough. The opening score of the last quarter goes the way of the home side through Hayden Busher. Starting as a ruck rover today, he's played most of the game in the middle.
We spoke about that, didn't we? The discipline of not giving away those 50s. That's 1 each this afternoon, so a bit of payback, I suppose, if you like, Weaver. But Hayden Busher, he's had a lot of the footy this afternoon, especially around the stoppages. So it's a great start by the Bulldogs.
Smart move.
It's interesting to see that Bunbury has started with Parsons in the ruck in this final quarter while Wood's having a bit of a spell.
Well, I'm not sure if Woods is injured or not, Craney. He didn't come on for a little bit of that third quarter, probably the last 5 or 8 minutes. So
and he's too good to be sitting on the bench, isn't he?
They haven't lost anything in the ruck. Parsons in the ruck. He's placed there to Mulholland. Wins it down cleanly, gets it over to Trey Field. Drives the ball long, looking for Hamish Hall. He's got Stewart for company. In they come now. Woods is one of them. Comes back to Hall. They win it out. Comes over to the skipper, Bell, who's been terrific all day. Finds himself in space and goes in the middle of the ground and finds Mead. He comes across goal. Asked a fair bit of DeLello. Chopping of the arms there by Hawks. And DeLello wins the free kick just outside defensive 50. He goes back to where it come from. Hall's there once again. Him and Richie, what a combination. Richie wins out this time against Hall. Drives it down, looking for Lawrence. Works his player under the ball. Works back. They have the numbers here. One of them is Bilsich. Gets it back out to Lawrence. It comes back to where it come from. I don't know if Lawrence really wanted that one. The umpire's picked out a free kick.
Oh, it's gone to Lawrence.
Lawrence was just waiting there. Lawrence is the recipient of the free kick. Hughes makes a terrific lead. Fields in the way. Comes over the back to Russell. Comes to our man. Is it Humphreys? Snap on goal by Russell. Bounces, but it's pushed through for a minor score. 6 goals, 7, 43. 17 points adrift now. The home side are a 9 goals, 660 on the White and Emmett scoreboard.
Is that going to be a handy point, Weaver?
Well, it could be. I just think Kerry Parker got another run in him. Ball's brought back into play. Far side of the ground. Comes back to Mulholland. Just chucks it onto his boot. And Lawrence playing in front of Zanic takes the mark.
Very handy set of hands to have the ball in too. Kelvin Lawrence.
He'll have a shot on goal for Kerry Park's first of the last quarter to get the response. Going to kick from about 45, 48 metres out. 45-degree angle, Lawrence. He knows where the goals are. In he comes now. Gets close to the man on the mark. Gets close to the man on the mark, but it makes no difference. And Kelvin Lawrence puts it through from 48 metres and gets one back for the Panthers.
Don't you love that, Kelvin Lawrence? As soon as that left his boot, he had the hand in the air. He knew that was through. And I tell you what, Weaver, this is going to go right down to the wire of this one.
And Lawrence has got himself involved early stage this last quarter. You could be right, Croney. That could be a handy point. 1 goal apiece. Margin now, 7 goals, 749. 9 goals, 660. White and Emmett scoreboard. 11 points the difference.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there.
Parsons has done really well in the ruck.
That last takeaway from the ruck was pretty handy, wasn't it? Roved his own ball.
Parsons up against Mulholland. 2 youngsters going at it. This time Mulholland wins it down in the direction of Mason Woods. It comes back to Mulholland, trying to wrestle it out there. Here's Hawks. Comes to Busher, just taps it through his legs. Featherstone just puts the ball onto his boot. Lenigan's there, pushes his player out of the contest. It comes over to Jackson Hill. He snaps on goal. Spoil comes across from
I reckon it's out on the full from the Bunbury boot too. It was pretty unfortunate, but Kerry Park will get the kick in the scoreboard pocket.
I think it's Hughes on the far side of the ground.
Pretty handy man to have it too.
3 goals to his name. 2 in the second and 1 in the third. Plays on straight away, snaps on his left boot. But it's shallow and it just goes through for a minor score. So 7 goals, 850. Now 10 points the margin. Early stage of the last quarter. White and Emmett scoreboard. 9 goals, 660 the home side. Kerry Park. This is their little run now. Last couple of minutes they've been on top. Renton plays on straight away. He goes long. Parsons, the big fella at the back. In front there was Cody Johnson. The ball's one out. It's Hill versus Richie. Jackson Bell in front of King. Just drives the ball long. Bilsit's in best position to take the mark and does so just outside defensive 50. Plays on straight away to Kerwin. He goes wide and finds Hall. Busher running for him down the far side of the ground. He goes that way. Busher's got the height here and the experience and gets the skipper for Kerry Park out of the way in Bell. Plays on straight away. The ball's going to come inside 50. Over the back is a big fella in Parsons. But in front It's the Carey Park defence of Miles, and he pushes it out of bounds, and it'll be thrown in about 20 metres out from Bunbury's goal.
Good free-flowing game of footy now, Weaver.
It sure is. He used all of his experience there, Busher.
He's had a lot of the footy, Busher.
He's been good today, Busher. So is Bell. Ball's one over the back, direction of King. Comes out to Heisman. Can he snap one? Picks the ball up. Tries to get around Stewart. Umpire said you had too much time, and Stewart wins the relieving free kick. Unlucky to get a 50 there. Stewart goes wide, and he finds
I don't think he delivered the
Dipiazzi.
ball back really well there.
No. And Dipiazzi's still inside defensive 50 for the Panthers. And 10 points behind early stages this last quarter. He goes down looking for Mead. Could have caught one across the head, but it comes to Oliver. Wheels around on his left boot. They have the numbers here. Carey Park. Spoil comes down. In comes King. In comes Heisman. And wraps up Stewart. And the ball will be thrown up about 60 metres out from Bunbury's goal.
Thanks to SKG. Get your scans done at SKG for your support this afternoon.
Woods is back on, so he's not injured. Wins the ball down to King, who's been terrific. Handballs over to Heisman. This time he gets around. The ball's in a real dangerous zone. It comes to Parsons. Handball straight to Bell. Bell tries to get the ball out. They're under siege here, the defence at Carey Park.
That's a beautiful mark.
Put that down for a mark of the day.
That's our WA CPR Outdoors mark of the day contender.
Terrific mark by Featherstone.
A couple of players down back at the back too.
Lenigan wins the ball down, does well for a big fella, comes to Lawrence. He drives the ball down. They have the numbers here. One of them is Hughes. Comes over to Jones. Puts it in a real tricky spot. First there is Hill. Will it bounce up for him? You bet it does. And Hill runs into an open goal. And snaps truly from the goal line. And that margin now is 4 points. Terrific kick there from Harry Jones. And Hill with some wheels.
It was good control too, wasn't it? Because he was going at a rate of knots, was Hill. And he kept it in control, Jackson Hill, and it did bounce up at the last minute to Poco's back through. Game on again, Carey Park. Well, they have the momentum at the moment, Weaver.
Back-to-back goals for Carey Park, they sure do. We thought they'd have another go at this one. Margin back to 4 points. 8 goals, 8.56, the Panthers. 9 goals, 6.60, White Nemeth scoreboard. 5 or 7 minutes into this last quarter, and 4 points the margin. That's after the home side got out to 18 points early stages of this last quarter. Terrific kick from Harry Jones. And the ball bounced up nicely for Hill. And he's got some serious wheels, and he made no mistake from the goal line.
Just a quick around the ground, thanks to Geograph Civil. Busselton 13-6-84 have defeated a very valiant Eagles, Collie Eagles 8-5-53. So Busselton put the hammer down at the end there, Weaver.
Yeah, big last quarter by the Magpies. Got him the win. Ball's one out of the centre once again by Carey Park, by Featherstone, in the direction of Harry Jones. In they come now. Denham King, the skipper. Handballs to Munro, and he's under pressure. Umpire lets it go on.
And out at Glen Ewan Oval, AMR 14-5-89 have defeated Eton 10-9-69.
So a couple of reasonable games. This one is terrific so far. Carey Park on top. It comes to Mead. Gets a handball over to O'Brien. Puts him under pressure. Bellini's there. Comes back to Mead. In they go. Driving the ball long. Big Broadbent's moved down forward. Could have been taken without it. Couldn't get around him. I think it was Renton and it was Kerwin. Kerwin's not a small man either. I couldn't hardly see him.
It's interesting that Frank Italiano has gone with Mulholland into the ruck and get Broadbent forward. So he's a big man down there. He's given away a fair bit of size to the defender.
It's a good move by Italiano. They got to win this game, Carey Park. And so do Bunbury. Carey Park on top at the moment. Mulholland wins the ball down. Doesn't go to anyone in particular. In comes Stewart. And the ball's rushed over the boundary line. Far side of the ground. 4 points the margin.
Keep an eye on that match up down there. Kerwin onto Broadbent.
Well, if I could see Kerwin.
He's behind him.
He's a big fella, isn't he?
He is at that.
Ball's in the middle of the ground. Could have been taken high. Umpire doesn't see it that way. And the ball will be thrown up once again. Centre wing, far side of the ground. 8 goals, 8.56, the Panthers. 4 points adrift to the home side. 9 goals, 6.60, White Nemeth scoreboard.
Plenty of time left on the Preston Power Equipment clock.
as Stewart wraps up Hawks, and the ball will be thrown up once again. Woods just gets rid of Mulholland with ease. Still in dispute on the far side of the ground, comes over to field. Now he gets a handball out to Hawks. He could have used Hull as a handball. He goes long. Ball on the far side of the ground. It's Woods. Gets his player out of the way. Still in play. Comes back to Woods. Just snaps onto his right foot. Puts it into a real dangerous position. Umpire's seen a free kick. And it's going to go all the way back to young Woods on the far side of the ground.
Gee, it must have been close to down the ground if there was a kick out there.
The only reason I know that because Baden Parsons kicked the ball back. So Jet Woods, probably too far out to score. He's 55 metres out, right on the boundary. He decides to go short. It's a good-looking kick, but it's cut off in the middle of the ground by Mitchell Russell for Carey Park.
Beautiful intercept mark there by Russell. That was going to be dead set perfect.
Put his body on the line.
Oh, that's a good grab out there. We're looking for actually CPR Outdoors mark of the day.
And that was Field on the far side of the ground.
We'll give him a nomination, you reckon, Weaver?
I think so. And that's Kerwin. Kerwin goes short looking for Hall. But in front of him, the mark has been taken by Ritchie.
Gee, Rory O'Brien's drifted out the back there too. The Bunbury defender awake to it.
He's decided, called to play on. He goes long. Lawrence out the back and takes an uncontested mark. Plays on straight away. Just pops the ball up, but it's a terrible kick. And it's been marked by Daniel Perks inside defensive 50. He goes wide and finds Field. Just outside defensive 50. They got players short. One of them is Bilsich. And on centre wing, he takes the mark. Can't afford a turnover here. He has King, and in the middle of the ground, the skipper takes it. Plays on straight away and goes long. Asking a fair bit there of Kerwin. Goes over the back. That was LaMonica. In comes Heisman. Heisman wins the ball. Tries to get some sort of toe poke towards Rigby. Now they have the numbers, and they're out here as DiPiazzi gets onto his left boot. It's a terrible kick. Goes to a contest that might work out all right. In comes Mulholland. Gets it out to Humphreys. Humphreys tries to handball over, but it's cut off by Rigby. He gets a handball over to LaMonica. Drives the ball long. Over the back was Parsons. And the ball's knocked out of bounds, courtesy of Payne for Carey Park. He'll be thrown in about 45 metres out from Bunbury's goal.
Looking for a Western All Power Services best defender. There's a few people putting their hand up for that one too, but there's a few ticks on the book.
Well, Payne and Bell's been terrific.
And a rising star, thanks to Garage Doors Southwest.
Parsons now does the ruck, but he knocks it straight down to his opposing ruckman in Mulholland. Gets a fair piece of that.
Got a lot of that.
Position. In they come now. One of them is the last goal kicker in Hill. Could have been tackled holding the ball. In comes O'Brien. Played it well. Ball in dispute. What's the umpire going to do here? No prior. As Perks picks himself up off the ground. And the ball will be thrown up centre wing. Right in front of the commentary box. 4 points up the home side. 9 goals, 660. 8 goals, 856. White and Emmett scoreboard. Comes out. Featherstone does well. Gets it to O'Brien. O'Brien back to Featherstone. A nice little toe poke.
Beautiful kick that by Featherstone.
And playing in front is Hughes. And Hughes is going to go back and have a shot from 40 metres out.
That was a very clever pass. That was outside of your boot pass, Weaver.
Clever work from O'Brien as well. He knew he was under pressure. And got the tap out back to Featherstone. And he put it in front of Hughes, who's going to go back and have a shot for his fourth to put his team back in front. Deliberate shot on goal. It's a great kick on goal. Hughes!
WA Carpet Super Mega contender for sure, Weaver. He slotted that nicely.
I think that's better than the one he kicked on the left boot in the second quarter. Hughes go back for his fourth. And he puts his team in front by 2 points. 9 goals, 862, the Panthers. They've wrested back the lead from the home side. 9 goals, 660 on the White and Emmett scoreboard.
Gee, we said it was going to be a close contest this afternoon, and it has been, Weaver. That was a magnificent kick of the footy. As I keep saying, forget about them round the corner things. That's the way you go back and do it. A
terrific
superb
kick.
dross pump.
WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day, contender that one. Hughes was terrific. But clever work up the ground from O'Brien and Featherstone.
That kick from Featherstone was outstanding.
Mulholland this time jumps over Wood. It comes towards Busher. He couldn't get a handle on it. It comes back to Wood. He just drops the ball onto his boot.
This man here has been absolutely superb, Jackson Bell.
He takes a relieving mark in the middle of the ground. He's got Mulholland wide. He goes that way, misses his target. Now King's under pressure. In comes DiPiazzi. King done well there, and the ball goes out of bounds right in front of the interchange box.
Can the Bulldogs respond?
Well, we always thought Carey Park had one more run in them, but now the Bulldogs, you're right, Croney, they have to respond. It's got to be now. Game slipping away. Wood wins it down to Busher, just chucks it onto his boot towards Parsons. They have the numbers here. They nearly run into each other. Comes over to Lawrence, who's getting himself involved in this last quarter. Gets a handball over to DiPiazzi, then to King. A great smother there by Busher, and the ball goes out of bounds right in front of the interchange box.
We can't see the Preston Power equipment clock now, Weaver, but it must be starting to run down.
Well, it's not running down, Croney. They haven't started it, I reckon. But we must be moving into the 12-15 minute mark of this last quarter. 2-point lead to Carey Park, courtesy of a magnificent goal from Brian Hughes, his fourth. Ball's thrown back in. Parsons back in the ruck once again. Wins the ball down. King could have been taken high. The umpire sees it that way. He just makes sure Hill is on the mark proper. He decides to go across ground. Dangerous looking kick. Finds Kerwin. Kerwin comes back inside, looking for field. Great spoil by Featherstone in the middle of the ground. Comes to Mead, who's been terrific. Our man Humphreys gets it back to Mead. Just pops it onto his boot. He's asking a fair bit of Hill. We know he's got the wheels. He keeps it in play. That's Hill. Terrific effort. Goes down looking for Hughes. The spoil comes. Now Hughes is going to run onto it. Has a snap off the ground. And the ball's gone out of bounds on the full. And the free kick will be taken.
Gee, you'd like to have that bit of pace that Hill's got, wouldn't you? That was superb. Would it be easy for him to let it go? He got it. He kept it inside for the Panthers.
Kerwin would have been sweating there. He's brought the ball back in and finds Busher. Busher goes short and finds Parsons, who's had a terrific game. He goes short as well, looking for Case and Parsons. It's a good spoil by Ritchie, but Parsons sputters up, goes to Baden, passes. Oh, he's a lolly man today. Sells another bit of candy. Goes in the middle of the ground.
And used the ball very well, the big man.
Handball comes over to McGinlay. Now they've got some room, the Bulldogs. Drives it long, looking for Woods. Woods in front. Misses what he should have taken. Had big Billy Brown there. Over the back, it's that man Bell. Gets a handball back to Brown. Now on the far side of the ground, they have the numbers. Brown, 3-1. Isaiah Humphreys there. It's not a bad one. And that one
it's a
wins
very good
out.
one.
Drives the ball long, looking for Lenigan. Comes over the top. Had to make the spoil as a forward. And he's done well there, Lenigan. Pushes the ball out of bounds. Centre wing, far side of the
Humphreys
ground.
has had a great day, wasn't he? You just said he was 3-on-1 and come out the better. Did the Bulldog? Did the Panther?
Been terrific today, Humphreys. And a goal next to his name as well. And 2 points in front, the Panthers. Deep in this last quarter. The ball's back inside their 50 again. It's Hughes in front. And Hughes takes the mark. And he'll go back for number 5. Going to shoot from 55 metres out. Just that chaos kick. Hughes was on the run before the kick come in. Takes the chest mark.
As Broadbent will come to the Harvey Norman interchange bench for the Panthers, and Hughes will have the shot.
Doesn't get. He's got a fair piece of
Well,
that.
I tell you
Hughes.
what.
Has anyone touched that?
I reckon that's gone through.
It's a goal!
That went through defenders' hands, Weaver.
They all watched it, and by the time it got there, it was too late. And Hughes from 55. Not the best looking kick, but a straight one. He's got his 5th, Brian Hughes.
Gee, I wonder what was going through the defenders' minds back there, because the ball definitely went through at height, touchable height, and there was 3 of them around it, and it just went straight through the middle of them.
How good has he been, Brian Hughes?
5 goals for the afternoon in a tight contest. Absolutely superb.
This margin now is stretched to 8 points. 10 goals, 868. The Panthers, 9 goals, 660. They're stalled there. Only the 1 goal, courtesy of a 50-metre panel, the opening goal of this last quarter. White and Emmett scoreboard.
Challenge has been thrown down, but we've seen sides come back so far this afternoon, Weaver.
Well, they need to do something now. Parsons back in the ruck. He wins it down. It comes back to him. Over to Busher, who's been terrific. He's wrapped up by Lawrence. And the ball will be thrown up once again in the middle of the ground. 8 points in front, the Panthers. This will get him into the top 5 if they can maintain this lead tonight. Mulholland gets in front. Parsons wins it down. Comes over to Oliver, to Hill. Now it gets thrown out of there by Lawrence. Lenigan first to the ball. He's got Perks for company. Perks uses some wheels, gets around him, goes on the far side of the ground, misses his target in McGinley. In comes Lawrence. His last quarter's been terrific. Comes back out. Just a chaos ball.
This man here has been best on ground.
And our man Jackson Bell, fully agree with you, Crony, takes a relieving kick centre wing. He's got Jones in the middle if he wants him. Decides to go longer than that to a contest. Over the top comes Reed, down to Lenigan, just puts the ball onto his boot. That man Hughes is there. Hughes can soccer off the ground. He does so. What will this ball do? In comes Oliver and rushes it through for a force behind. He can do no wrong, Brian Hughes.
Very dangerous forward, isn't he?
That margin's out to 9 points. Just 2 kicks now.
The worrying thing to the Bulldogs is they haven't had a sniff at the moment.
And they can't get it inside 50. As under pressure, they've turned the ball over and Lenigan takes the mark. 2 kicks out from his goal.
Great crowd in here at Payne Park this afternoon too.
Lenigan decides to go short, looking for that man Hughes. Why wouldn't you? But the ball's rushed out of bounds as he had Perks for company. Be thrown in right on 50. Another goal here by the Panthers. It might be enough.
I'd say so. It's just the way the Panthers are going about it.
They just can't get it forward, Bunbury, at this stage. It's under pressure right from deep in defence. Let's not underestimate Lenigan's game today. He's just presented all day. Comes out to Gadecki, just chucks the ball onto his boot. They're in good position here. 1, 2, 3 grabs. It's our man again.
Wow, he is having a day out.
Brian Hughes. He's taken 2 or 3 grabs at that one. Pulled in the mark. He'll go back for number 6.
He's got them always, hasn't he? Great marking, great tackling.
He's going to kick from 25 metres out. Slight angle. In he comes now. Brian Hughes for number 6. He's made the umpire work and it's a let-off for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief. That's a bit of a let-off, but they need to find something, the Bulldogs. They need to find some run. They need to find some space and take the ball, take the game on.
I need to get it down there quick. Need a goal in this passage of play. Played on straight away, looking for the big man Parsons. He's spoilt by Mulholland. Comes over to Hughes. Comes back to Kerwin. Olamonica decides to go wide, asking a fair bit of Busher. He's got 2-on-1. Lenigan, Featherstone. Now he's got some support. McGinley wins it out. Back to Busher, gets the handball over to Oliver. Back to McGinley. He's got to do something here and hit a target. Looking for Hall. It lands short of him. Busher runs on. He's been terrific. Got to get rid of it now. I don't think he had a left foot, Busher. The ball's rushed out of bounds.
Don't know how much energy he's got left. He's covered an enormous amount of ground as Busher this afternoon for the Bulldogs.
He can hold his head high, Hayden Busher. The ball will be thrown in about 60 metres out from Bunbury's goal. 10 goals, 1070. 9 goals, 660, the home site. White Nemeth scoreboard. Must be close to going into time on. As the ball's been thrown in, players are wrapped up. And once again, the umpire will come in and throw the ball up. Still about 60 metres out from Bunbury's goal. Parsons gets around Mulholland. In comes Humphreys, who's been terrific today. Tries to win the ball out. Comes to field. Gets a handball over. Oh, there it is. Talking about deep in time on. That's the end of the game. And Carey Park, after being 3 goals down early in this last quarter, courtesy of some terrific work down forward by Hughes and another terrific goal by Hill, have won this game by 10 points. 10 goals, 1070. 9 goals, 660. The home side, White Nemeth scoreboard. What a terrific last quarter from the visitors.
Absolutely.
And they find themselves in the top 5.
Well, absolutely, Weaver. And what a terrific game of football it turned out to be after the start that happened. It opened up, and Carey Park, well, they just keep on coming. They played finals like footy for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and today was no exception. And they ran out winners, as you said. We're going to come back after the break, Weaver, and wrap it all up.